Photo editing in itself is an art. The photo editing process really begins with the photographer. When they pick up the camera and they point it at a subject, they are making an editing decision at that moment. The decision of what to shoot, when to shoot, how to shoot it. The goal of the photo editor and of editing is to try and boil down from hundreds and hundreds of images that one image that will have impact with an audience. And that's very hard to do.
Well, I have to go through many pictures a day, about 5,000 on an average.
We deliver about 3,000 photographs in a given 24-hour period to our subscribers and customers around the world.
The photo chief comes in with his or her own budget of the top photos, and so do all the different department editors.
I have to decide what I want to be put in page one. I then go to each individual desk. I look at what they're pitching. I decide where photographers are going.
We have assignment editors, we have photo editors that are working our assignment desk. And what they're doing is they're sort of assessing the news of the day, and they're launching photographers, especially first thing in the morning, on any sort of breaking news or what we think are important stories that day.
Of course, one of the contracts you have with readers, kind of unspoken contract, is that you're going to give them the top news of the day. Then you try to assemble a meal, so to speak, a variety of international, national, local, and obviously powerful art.
The other thing that photo editing is known for is what we call the third effect. 1 + 1 = 3. When you actually take two different images from a given situation and the effect of those two images played together creates a whole new level of communication.
The first one is the earthquake in China. It's one of those examples where the photo tells you more than the story ever will. When you jump inside to the two inside pages, they're basically put together as a double truck. It allows us an opportunity to show give photos some scale, play them with some size that allow the readers to sort of dive in and sort of look at the details. Metrolink train crash. We had a helicopter go overhead. The best images usually unfolded at the beginning of it, not the end. And I think this was one of those situations where the first photographer on scene shot a photo with his BlackBerry camera, emailed it so we had a picture on the website, then went to work. Pilgrimage to Mecca. Photo is shot from an aerial. It is that journalistic moment where you see thousands and thousands of people, but also it's got the artistic blur of motion. It just gives you that feel, that sense of the activity going on there. We did a special section on Obama's inauguration. Played with size, I think that's a photo people can dive into and start picking out people in the audience and sort of seeing what their reaction is and seeing them reaching towards him. It just tells, again, it tells its own story. The Oscars are so Hollywood. In our town, that's a big news event. It's entertainment is big news, it's big business, and it's a big deal, and we should treat it like one. It's a lot of work, but it's fun too.
This is just an effective use of a graph of pictures. I think the pacing of this is really strong. It's one picture after the other. It's designed perfectly, and it's inviting. This is a very special case, obviously. You know, how does the New York Times show nudity, where you travel to places to be nude? And we're a family newspaper. We had to be incredibly subtle. There was very, very careful editing.
With the advent of digital photography, it has allowed photographers to shoot 10 to 100 times more than they used to back in the days of film, which sometimes is good because it gives you the ability to use images in different ways, and sometimes it's bad because it's like finding a needle in a haystack.
The internet has been huge in this. This web of connectivity around the world has meant that images can be sent rapidly, everywhere, in large volume. And as technology develops, I expect the process will speed up.
Right now, and because of the web, people will be streaming pictures to us instantly. At events like the inauguration, we had pictures before the wires even moved them.
We can have images from the scene within minutes on occasions, but usually not more than half an hour after something happens anywhere in the world.
While the electronic age and the digital age have allowed us greater opportunities to capture our world, we now have so many visual influences affecting us that the role of the photo editor is even more important today than it had ever been.